weekend. So, yeah, I need to get that done, and I need to do some stuff on my computer as well. So today is going to end up being a lot of schoolwork, and doing some meal prep, I believe, this week. So it will be a busy day. Thankfully, just the one appointment, and it's nice and early in the morning. So hopefully I don't have any crazy things happen like I did last week. So I do have a pretty bad headache this morning, but I took some Tylenol, and it's already starting to get better. So we'll see what the doctor says, and hopefully today ends up being a nice, productive day. I might go up to school as well and put up some of the Halloween decorations that I got. Again, I'm usually not that big into Halloween. I don't know, this year I decided I was. So who knows, maybe it's the concussion. There's change in personality. Who knows? So anyway, lots of stuff to do today. Hello, it is Tuesday morning. I am headed to work. Today is October 1st, so I have a cute little Halloween themed dress on today. I'm excited that now that I have lost some weight, I can buy the cute little Halloween themed dresses. So I might have went a tad bit overboard getting some, so you'll see some of them in the next month. My students, one of them asked me the other day, are we going to do a Halloween roller story again this year? And it's just a cute little worksheet that I found that I actually just needed them to do some writing after a writing project, and I just wanted something to do in between until we got to the end of the quarter last year, and found Halloween roller story, and the kids loved it, so they're requesting it again for this year. I said I don't know if we're going to do it again because we just did it last year, and the other kids in the class were like, no, we want to do it again. So I mean, hey, the kids are begging to do a writing assignment. We're doing that writing assignment. So basically what it has on it is just what the characters are, so like vampire, monster, ghost, things like that. It has a setting, so like the classroom, in a graveyard, just different things like that. It has a time, so is it at sunrise, is it at midnight, and then it also has whatever the problem is, like they have to solve a mystery, or the people have disappeared, or some kind of problem. So there are 6 different options on the page for each section, and we roll a dice to see what has to be in their story. Then after that, it's whatever they want. So last year the kids included their classmates as characters, and we ended up at the end, what I did, they actually made a little book out of it, and they had to draw pictures and everything. And then what I did was I put them all together in a booklet and gave each of them a copy of everybody's stories, and we did read our stories at the end, so that way they could share their story with everyone, because of course they all wanted to share their cute little stories. So it is a fun project. So I guess we're going to do Halloween roller story again this year, and hopefully the kids enjoy it again. Of course, the 4th graders, it'll be their first time, and I have a new 8th grader as well, that this will be the first time he's done it, so it'll be exciting. So again, we have 4 days of school each week, so today is actually our first day of school, even though it's only Tuesday, and so we'll see what the week brings, and hopefully it's a good week, and hopefully we have internet this week. We had 2 days last week where the internet was down, so when you're doing a lot of stuff on the computer, that really puts a wrench in things. course, the issue is once our internet goes down, our computers, if we try to print something from our computers, it's through the internet. And we also realized that apparently the photocopier part doesn't work either if we don't have internet. So that didn't make any sense to me, why the actual photocopier part didn't work. You would think that would be separate of the actual internet, but the thing is we have to log a number in order to get in. So I guess that's why we couldn't get in. So no internet meant we couldn't even make photocopies of something that we had on paper. So it's a good lesson in being prepared. And so it's going to be an interesting week. Hopefully everything will run smoothly and we won't have any problems. So happy October and have a great week. Hello, it's Tuesday afternoon. Just got out of school. I'm waiting for my little one to finish with her tutoring, and so I'm waiting at her school for her. We had a great day. We did our roller story. We started with that, and so the kids actually rolled for what their characters, time, place, and what the conflict was in their story. So again, like I said, most of the kids already did this before, but now of course they're rolling different things, so it'll be a whole new story. So I did tell them that they can't have the same story as last year, but if they want, it can be a continuation of the story, or it can be a second chapter of the story, whatever. So they're excited to do this same project again. I obviously dressed the part today and wore my spooky October outfit. They're gonna love the fact that I have some other October outfits. One of my weight loss goals was to be able to wear the cute dresses that all the cute little teachers wear that don't come in the large women's sizes, or if they do, they don't look very well on us. So I'm excited that I can wear those now. So you'll be seeing more of those. We had, of course, I was able to get all my decorations put up, so the kids thought it was so cool that it was all set up and spooky. So that was really fun for the day. But yeah, it's just another Tuesday, I guess. So tomorrow I will only be there for half a day. Thursday we have my fourth graders will be gone in the afternoon for a field trip, and then on Friday we have some kids got a reward trip, and they're actually going about 4 hours away and to a big city, and they're gonna go do some fun stuff. They have to leave at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're gonna get back in the evening. So really fun reward trip for those kids who worked hard on their state testing. So this week's gonna be kind of just hit or miss with some things. So now that I have them writing on their writing project there with their roller story, we will probably work a lot on that, and then I'll be able to do some data. So it'll be a fun week. So hello, it is almost noon on Wednesday. Today I was only at school part of the day. I'm leaving the school grounds right now. I have a doctor's appointment today, so I had to do half day because my appointment, of course, is before the end of the school day and it's over an hour away. So of course you can't just take off a couple hours. It has to be a full or half day. So half day it is. So I have a wonderful substitute. She used to be a special education teacher who's retired, so I have no worries about leaving her with my kids. And of course I have my paras are still there, so everything will run smoothly. I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, great day. Had an IEP meeting today, and so that took up a lot of my day, unfortunately. My students they of course finished their morning routine last week, and today their life skill of the week was doing a bedtime routine. So they wrote up their bedtime routine. I showed them what their printed morning routine looked like and told them if they didn't like the way it printed out or if they wanted to change a color or font, because they got to kind of see everybody else's, that they could change it. And so some of them did change what they had on theirs, and so they're super cute. I love them. And so we're going to, like I said, we're going to laminate them, and we're going to do the same thing for their bedtime routine. And my hope is that they will actually use them, but we'll see. And I might have something where, like, if they do their bedtime and morning routine and check it off, if parents will sign off on it, I'll give them some kind of reward, just so that they know, okay, this is a life skill that I want to do, and I just need to get into a routine. So some of them I don't think understood the whole concept of the routine, but it is what it is. So at least it's a start, and they have an idea of what it is. And of course, I always write mine on the board for an example, so they knew what to kind of put on theirs. And again, I told them they didn't have to put everything that I put, because what their routine is might be different than my routine. So but it went really well. And so again, I am just headed home for now, and I brought my bag, yay, of papers that, you know, took a vacation to my house this weekend that never came out. And so we're going to see if I actually get them out, which I figure I don't have to leave for my appointment for about another hour, so I might have some time to do that. We'll see. So, but thanks for following along with my week. Bye. So today has been a fun day. I don't have my paraprofessional here today, so she does have a substitute. The substitute is a wonderful one. It's one that I actually use often when I'm gone, so she's great. She knows the kids, everything works, so it's wonderful. Today we've been kind of doing a little bit of housekeeping, as well as just trying to get things done. I have my fourth grade students will not be here this afternoon because they have a field trip, so I won't have some of them for math. So, but that's okay. We were going to work on some math stuff that they had worked on yesterday, because I was gone yesterday afternoon. So the great thing about special education is we just roll with it. So sometimes things take longer, and that's fine. So yeah. We are working on our morning routine and our bedtime routine. Most of the kids got their morning routine finished yesterday, and then they started working on their bedtime routine. So their bedtime routine, again, I had to go back and explain today. You know, this is the things that you absolutely have to do before you go to sleep. So some of them were putting on their, I like to watch movies. I like to talk to my friends on the phone. I'm like, okay, that's not something you do every night before you go to bed. So just kind of explaining that to them. You can see behind me, I do have my example. I'll turn the camera on here in a second and show you what those examples were. But just having them make up that routine so that they can have that as a checkoff list. So I kind of had to go back over it today and explain to them exactly what it meant, because again, a lot of them were putting, I will wash my face. I'm like, no, this is a checkoff list, so you don't have to put I will on anything, because again, you're just making a checklist. I told them to take out the I's and my's because again, some of them said, I will take my dog out. Well, I told them, I don't think you're going to go take your neighbor's dog out as part of your bedtime routine. So just kind of getting them to understand that. So I think they kind of got it. Hopefully I'll have less things that I have to correct this time. But yeah, I actually get my plan time today because I don't have any assessments to give. So that is wonderful. Tomorrow, a lot of my, not a lot, but a handful of my students will be gone. A lot of students in the building will be gone because they got a reward trip for their end of the school year testing. Ours in Missouri here is called the MAP assessment. So all you teachers know about state assessments. So any kids who got advanced or proficient in at least one of the areas, they get to go on this trip, and they're actually going to St. Louis. So they're going to the City Museum. I've never been there, but I've heard it's really great. So I think they'll have a great time. They're actually leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then obviously they're going to get back after school is over, so parents will have to pick them up, but I think they're going to have a great time. So that's a great reward trip, just for them to be able to do that. I was excited that some of my students got on the reward trip because, again, getting advanced or proficient when you're a special education student, it might be a little difficult. Of course, with some of my students, they might have a special disability in math, but not reading, or the other way. So a lot of times that does give them that advantage that they might actually get that advanced or proficient in whatever the other subject is. Also, our 5th and 8th graders take the science, so there's a possibility for them to also receive that advanced or proficient in those 2 grades. So I'll show you kind of a lot of the stuff that I've had on my board this week for different assignments. So let me turn you around here and back away from it. So you can see here, this is my Halloween roll story that I told you about. So here are the different options. I don't know where I got this, but I did it last year and the kids loved it. We actually just roll dice on the computer. I just pull up a die and they roll it. So of course this one was what my roll story ended up being. I explained to them that they have to make sure that all the parts are in their story. So I showed them that even with my first sentence, I could actually get my on the night of the full moon, that's my win. The zombie, that's my main character. Found an abandoned school, that's my setting. She wanted to explore. So the only thing left I have to do is my story needs to have a dangerous journey takes place. So the kids loved this last year, so they're excited to do this again this year. You can see here are my requirements for them. The story has to be at least 10 sentences. We try to stay around 10 sentences because we're going to make it into a book. So I didn't want it to be too long because I actually put the whole book together. So you must include all the things you roll. Use your computer to help you spell and research if you need to. Some of them didn't understand what's a laboratory. Well, let's look that up. I told them, of course, to be creative, and the fact that it will be a book with pictures, so they know that they're going to have to draw pictures once we get to the final draft. Math, we do Blooket, and so yesterday they had this math assignment while I was gone, so I just put up a leaderboard again. So yeah. Down here, I have my list of things that I had for my bedtime routine. So I had put on PJs, wash face, brush teeth, read for 20 minutes, journal, and go to bed. So those are the things that were on my list that I was explaining to you, that I told the kids to make sure that they had it. That is what we did for this week, and hopefully the kids are having fun with the roll story. Okay, so I just took some Tylenol because my headache is killing me right now. I had a flu shot earlier, and so when they put that in, I swear I felt it go straight to my head too. I already had a headache anyway, but so yeah. Obviously I have tons of grading to catch up on. It's actually a little early for lunch, but I'm hungry, so I'm eating. So typically I'm one of the first people in the parking lot, and today I was freaked out because of the fact that there were so many cars here already. And then I remembered that they had a field trip that they left at 5 o'clock in the morning on, and yeah, half of our staff is going to be gone today, so forgot about that. But yeah, so temporary freak out today. Hello, it is Friday afternoon. Yay! Friday after school is always the best. So today was a great week. Monday, I didn't have all of my students. I had about 6 students who were absent. And then a 7th one was gone because he was just sick. But, so that was a little bit of a different day for us, but we still had fun and got things done. My kids were working on, of course, their iReady goals. I found out that I was reading a report wrong. Well, I wasn't reading a report wrong, but it was the information that I needed to see was not in the regular report that I'm used to using for the last 3 years. So one of my students said, no, I've passed 7 lessons. And he said, sweetheart, this says you've passed none. And I looked at her computer, and sure enough, she had passed lessons. So I was trying to figure out what was going on, and I think I figured it out. But there's another teacher in the building that also deals with iReady, so I'm going to get his opinion on it on Monday, because we have a professional development day. So I just wanted to see like if he has noticed this as well. And I think I found the discrepancy, but I want to make sure he also knows about it, because again, it makes it look like some students have not passed any of their lessons, and our kids get rewarded for how many lessons they've done. So I just want to make sure that he has seen where that information is as well, and that way we can make sure the kids get their rewards if they deserve it, because they do need to get their rewards if they deserve those rewards. And so this weekend, I think we're going to go to a craft fair, so that's going to be fun. I'm right now on my way to Walmart, so that's not fun. I just want to pick up a couple things and get out of here, and then head home, relax a little bit, and hopefully just have a nice weekend. And then start next week will be a 5-day week again, because of the fact that we have professional development, like I said, on Monday. Again, I understand that most people actually have a 5-day week every week, but I'm a little spoiled and I'm used to my 4-day week. So 5 days next